welcome viewers to my YouTube channel. Kwa wale ambao wananiwatch kwa mara ya kwanza, my name is Isaac Ngosa. Nawakaribisha to my YouTube. Wale ambao hamjasubscribe, please subscribe so that whenever I upload a new video, hamtabaki nyuma. Na kwa wale ambao washa subscribe, thank you for the support and thank you for being loyal. Leo nilikuwa nataka kuongelea mambo na share the little I know or the little knowledge I have concerning the business ideas, especially to my brothers and sisters who are working in Gulf countries. I know many of us, we left our country, we came to Gulf to look for money, and everyone has in mind that when I finish my contract of 2 years or more than 2 years, when I go back to my country, I'll be going for good, maybe to do some business, to settle down, to set up something that will sustain me with my family for the rest of my life, if I may say. But in real sense, you find that everyone has, despite that everyone has that mind, that business thing in mind, the person is not ready nor sure of the kind of business the person is going to put up on. So I just did some observation or some analysis, and I was able to come across some business ideas that maybe one may be interested in. The first business is about land, purchasing of land. We all know that land, the price of land has never depreciated. Ama bei ya shamba haijawahi shuka chini. It keeps appreciating every now, after every time. If today you buy a piece of land, maybe half an acre, maybe for, let's say, around 500,000, after 5 years, the price of that land will not be the same. It will be higher than the price at the moment. So, to my brothers and sisters, if you've been saving and you don't know what business you are going to do, I think you should consider buying of land. And maybe if you are planning, or your plan has been maybe to work for more than 2 years, if you could save for the first 2 years, then you purchase a small piece of land, even if it's 50 by 100. Then for the second period, you can save and maybe go do some business. It will be better. Don't go and venture into business that you have no idea how it works. Then the other business idea that I thought could help or could be useful to someone is building of rental houses. Building of rental houses, that is also something that cannot expire. Rentals, you'll find that if maybe you have a piece of land, you have that small piece of land that maybe is able to accommodate, or you are able to construct, let's say 10 rooms or even 5 rooms, you're good to go. You can build, you can start with the little you have. Maybe you have whatever you've saved is enough to maybe make or construct like 5 rooms. Those 5 rooms, you can make them and make them ready for the clients. The clients will occupy, will rent them, and maybe what you'll be getting at the end of every month, you can use. You can maximize. You can use it to build more rooms, or to build more houses for other tenants. So that is, even if you go back, we are not growing any younger, and there will be a time, or a time will come when we will not be able to work. Yet we will still have bills to pay. We'll have children whom we will need to pay school fees for, and at that time we will not be working. So maybe if you have a rental houses, these are something that these are business that will keep you going. You can get food from that business. You can pay school fees for your kids from that business, and you can live well with that business. Then another thing is venturing into electrical shops. We all know that people are moving from local to digital. People are moving. They are advancing. They are upgrading their way of life. You'll find that in the past, people used to live in these thatched houses, but now, at the moment, they are constructing permanent houses. These permanent houses, they need to be installed with electricity. Yeah, even those in the rurals, they need to be installed with the electricity. And now, for the electricity, they have to purchase the electrical products. If maybe you come across or from your area where you come from, or maybe you've observed you've been to a place where you've seen there is no such a shop, and you have the capital, you can also think starting or putting up such a business. It's going. It's a good business. If you find if you locate a strategic place and you put up that business, it will pay you. It can do well as compared to a normal shop, to a foodstuff shop, because you know many people have those shops. There is no shopping center that you'll go and find that there's a wholesale a shop for foodstuff. But you can go to a shopping center and you find that there is no an electrical shop. Why? Just because maybe someone has no that capital to put up that business. I think for a start, one can start with maybe like 150 to 200 or to 200,000. That is good, or it's a good start to go. So you can, if you have something like 200 or 150, you can also think of that. Don't just go and waste your money and or walk blindly without knowing what you need to do. Then there is another business that I think it can do better, where there is a young generation, and especially to be precise for ladies, because I know this one most of them are thinking about it. That is a beauty shop. I know ladies, they want to look good. When they'll be going back to Kenya, they want to look good. Yeah, because they've been detained in courts for 2 years. They've not had that freedom of maybe putting up makeups, making up their hairs, you see, putting on a new clothes, wearing fashions. They've been just spending the 2 years in putting on abayas. Now when they go back to Kenya, they want to look good. And you can see the population. I know they'll not go to one place or to one village, but then they want to look good. So if you have enough capital and locate a strategic place also to put up such a beauty shop, it's a business that can sustain you also. Only that you don't just go and put up a business or a shop where there is a stiff competition. And a stiff competition, I mean, maybe you go somewhere, yes, there is that young generation, but there is other shops. That one you'll be wasting yourself, because the income you'll be getting, it will not be in large quantity. You'll be sharing it with your competitors. What if you go to a place where you'll maybe you are only you and others, maybe one or two, mahali ambapo mtakuwa watu kama wawili, kuliko uende weke biashara mahali ambapo mtakuwa watu wangapi? Mtakuwa watu 4 ama watu 5. I've seen it happening. You find that maybe let's say today you start selling tomato. You have the little capital. You say I want to start with this. You start a tomato. Then after 1 week or some days, you see a neighbor coming with the same product or the same commodity just next to you. You see now that is unhealthy competition. Okay, so if you see me selling, if you see your neighbor selling tomato, just come up with something different. Okay, I'm selling tomato. Why can't you just come up with onion? Why can't you just sell onion next to me? That is a healthy competition, because want to use onion, this person may also need tomato, because these things almost works together. But now if I put up a tomato kiosk and you come and put up the same business, tomato kiosk, that is not a healthy competition. And for a business to grow, you need a healthy competition. Okay. If you see me selling cars, next person at least should come and put a petrol station. Okay, that sounds better. If you see me selling maize, come open maybe a portion. You see, some such. That is something that it will. My business is attracting customers, not only for me but also for the other person's business is also attracting customers, not for him or herself only, but also for me. Okay. The other business is selling, buying and selling of cereals. I've seen as I speak now, our country Kenya has been going through shortage in supply of maize, if I may say, that we've been seeing wheat maize flour moving from 110 to almost 250, right? From 110 to 250, just because due to lack of maize supply. The last time around this is July. During March, I bought a sack of maize at 3,800. But last month, I had to buy it at 7,000. Now you can imagine, from 3,800 to 7,000. That is an addition of 2,200. Not 2,200. 3,200. So maybe if someone or if one had that idea and buy maize at that price, maybe you buy one sack, and that was a selling price, 3,800. There is a price that when during harvesting the farmers sell their produce, and one tin of maize goes at around 50 shillings. Now at 50 shillings, you find that maybe one sack was being bought at 40 tins. One sack you buy it at around 2,000 shillings. Now 2,000 shillings, by then they used to sell it, you buy one sack 2,000 shillings, then you come to sell at 3,800. Now the same if one could have done the same and buy the same sack at 2,000, then now if the person could have bought that sack of maize at 2,000 shillings, now the person could be selling it. If one could have thought of buying that maize at that price of 2,000 per sack, then it happens as it has happened, then that person could be selling that sack of maize at 7,000. You see, you buy at 2,000. Maybe you spend some expenses like treating the maize and maybe labor in terms of maybe other expenses like transport. Maybe 2,000, maybe per sack you'll spend like 3,000. Now the whole expenses for a sack, it costs you 3,000, but now you come to sell it at at 7,000. You see that is a big profit. It's like a double, a profit of 4,000 shillings. So buying and selling of cereals is also a good business. But I will not advise one to maybe to how do we call it? To rent. It's not to rent. Kukodisha shamba. I don't know if it's to rent, but kukodisha shamba. Unapata kukodisha shamba iko na processes mingi, sababu utaanza na kunini. Okay, utalipa kwanza mwenye shamba whichever the amount ambayo mtasikizana na yeye for a period of time, then utalima lile shamba wewe mwenyewe. Utalima mara ya kwanza na utalima mara ya pili, then kuna ile kununua mbegu, kuna kupanda, okay, kuna kupalilia, kuna kuweka mbolea, kuna kukuja kuvuna tena, ndio tena uanze hizo process za kufanya hizo process za kutreat mahindi ndio kuweka kwa stock. So kukodisha shamba iko na expenses as compared to kununua wakati imekuwa tayari. So if you have some capital, you could also think about that business of ya kununua kama ni mahindi ama maharagwe ama vitu kama wimbi. Hizo vitu zinauza, zinakuja zinakusaidia wakati price inapanda, sababu kuna wakati wa mavuno na wakati wa upanzi. Unapatanga wakati wa kupanda price inakuanga imeenda juu. Wakati mahindi iko shambani haijakomaa, unapatanga price ya mahindi iko juu. So ukinunua mahindi hapo, alafu uitreat vizuri, uiweke, uuze the following season, itakupatia biashara mzuri. But please don't do such business wakati hauna mtu wa kuamini. Make sure you have a trustworthy person, someone you can trust, someone you can send the money, and the person will do exactly how you've asked that person to do. Don't send someone money and that person starts atumie hizo pesa kujipigia sherehe na kujiburudisha nazo. It will not be good or it will not be fair wakati wewe unang'ang'ana kuku. Okay, maybe kuku unakula, lakini si ile kuku ambayo inafanya si ile kuku ambayo pia mwenyewe unafurahia. It will be very sad when you sacrifice yourself. You've sacrificed yourself to come and work here in Saudi Arabia, but then you are sending someone money there back in Kenya. You tell that person do this money, do some business for me with this money, but the person ends up using your money funding for his or her own, for her self benefit. Okay, it will be so sad. So before you think of any business, just make sure you have that someone or that one person you trust. And if you don't have any person you can trust, just do it. Just save your money in your account until you finish your contract. Then go back to Kenya and do it and start the business by yourself. It's not a must that you do a business while you're in Gulf. I'm only giving this one, maybe it can open some it can open up your mind. Yeah, you can maybe get some clue and think about it. I'm only giving up an idea. It's up to you to decide on what to do. I know everyone has his or her preference, the kind of business the person wants to do. But I'm only helping for those who don't have the idea. They want to put up a business, but they've not decided the kind of business they want to do. So if you are that person, you don't have the real idea or the real business you are going to put up, maybe you should get one or two things from what I've just said. Another business that maybe could work better is a green grocery. You know, green grocery is a business that sells or deals with food stuff. And you know, food stuff, it's something that we consume on a daily basis. Okay, it's not like a cloth. You know, this cloth I can wear it today, I can wear it tomorrow, I can wear it for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, or even a year. But for food, I cannot eat this maybe 1 kg of ugali today, or I cannot eat sukuma wiki today, then I eat sukuma wiki tomorrow. Or even if I eat sukuma wiki today and tomorrow, I still have to eat. I still have to eat. So it's something that I have to consume on a daily basis. So if you could think of maybe selling some food stuff that they are in high demand due to its consumption, it's also good. Some also, I know they're thinking of maybe putting up wine and spirit. Wine and spirit, yes, there are some people who they are consuming alcohol maybe on a daily basis. Maybe daily you'll not maybe there must be a customer. There'll be a customer who will come to your place maybe to get one or two bottles. But then that business at times it becomes risky, maybe due to unavoidable circumstances, and especially when you don't follow the right procedures from the government to regulate your business. So if you have that ambition of putting up a wine and spirit, just make sure you follow the right procedures. Don't deal with the illegal brew that will end up killing people and destroy your business. Because I know for putting up a wine and spirit, it's not something that you start with the 10,000 or 50,000. It's something that you need almost 150 to 200,000 also. So it's not a small thing. So if you put up a business, then you mess up on the way, or maybe you start buying illicit brew, yeah, or a cheap brand, yeah, you'll end up maybe digging up your own pit. Okay, so before you start any business, just to make sure you've gathered enough information concerning the business. Ask about the challenges, the procedures, and the income. Okay, because I know there are some people who just put up a business maybe to keep them busy. They have maybe, you'll find maybe a woman. That woman is married. His or her husband has just put up that business to keep that lady busy. Okay, not to idle. So the husband is working somewhere. So you see, even if this lady don't make a good income, the husband is there to support. But now you are going to put that business to be your sole income. Okay, you all depend on that business. So you are not the same. Your expectations are totally different from your friend. So don't just put up a business because you see your friend has put up the same business. Just make sure you ask about the income. Okay, ulizia kwanza inaendanga aje. Usiende tu hivyo kimandazi kufanya kufungua biashara ambayo itakuja ikufanya ambayo itakuja ikuposti baadaye. For those who are coming from Kisii, I know there is another business idea, a business there, ongoing business that has been ongoing for a very long time. That is a brick making. A brick making business, it's a good business, but only during the summer season. Yeah, it's not good wakati kunanyesha. Matofali, wale ambao mnatoka Kisii, I've been there, I've done the same job. Najua vile inafanya, najua vile inaenda. Na ukipata mtu ambaye maybe uko huku ama hata ukifika kule ukiwa kwa ground, by the way it's a good business, but siwezi kwa advice uifanye ukiwa huku. Enda ufike huko, ukae kwa ground, ufanye nini? Uko unaiangalia wewe, unaimanage wewe mwenyewe, sababu at some point mafundi wanakuanga waongo sana. Fundi atakudanganya akwambie nimeanza kazi, ama atakwambia nimepiga, sababu last time I checked ulikuwa unalipa fundi 700 na kupigia matofali 1000. Na ukipiga matofali tuseme 10,000, ukichoma hiyo utakuwa na pesa zako mzuri, sababu niliacha tofali likitoka shilingi 9, sio chini ya shilingi 9. So tuseme ukipiga matofali kama shilingi matofali 10,000 I mean, then utatoa damage maybe ya 1500, then hiyo itabaki 8000 ama 8500. Ukiuza at a cost of at a selling price of 9 shillings each, utakuwa na pesa utakuwa na pesa nzuri. Then ukikuja utoe zile expenses, sababu kuna expenses hizo za nini, maybe kama ni labor ya kufanya, utapata unatoa kwa shilingi 7,000 ambazo ulilipa kwa labor kwa kupigiwa hiyo matofali. Then kuna ile process ya kubeba matofali kutoka kule ambapo umepigiwa kuipeleka kule ambapo unachomea. Then kuna ile kuni pia ya kufanya, kuna ile kuni ya kuchoma hayo matofali. Hizo expenses zote. So unapata kuavoid kushinda kuitisha pesa, na sometimes unapata mafundi ama watu ambao wako kwa ground wanaweza kudanganya. Inaweza kuwa vizuri, it's a good business ukiwa kwa ground ufanye to monitor for yourself. Wakati unaambiwa maybe kitu fulani inahitajika, you can go and verify. You know, siku hizi unapata labda mzazi wako pia mwenyewe anafanya anakudanganya. Anaweza kuambia maybe fundi ndio anaweza kuwa anataka some amount, but mama yako ama baba yako ana exaggerate, ama ndugu yako ana exaggerate, anaongeza some pesa zingine juu. So inaweza kuwa vizuri wakati uko mwenyewe kwa ground ufanye uende ujione vile kazi inaendelea. Fundi akikwambia, ukimpatia 700, akikwambia nimepiga 1000, you are there kuhesabu uone kweli amepiga 1000. Juu atakudanganya kwambia nimepiga hiyo 1000, but kumbe amepiga 700 ama 800. Na sababu hakuna mtu mwenye anaendanga kuiangalia kumhesabia, yeye atamaliza na ataipanga kwa msingi. Wakati inapelekwa kwa nini, wakati inachomwa, wewe unapata umeuza matofali less than what you paid for. So kwa wale ambao mnatokea kule Kisii, najua that is the most hiyo ndio area ambayo inafanya nimeona ikifanya hiyo biashara sana. So unaweza ukaenda huko, ama kama uko na mtu ambao unaamini, you can start. That is also another business, but isifanye wakati wa kuonyesha, sababu wakati wa kuonyesha matofali itaishi hapo chini, bila fani haitatoka hapo chini, na hiyo itakuwa ni waste. Okay, so that is what I had for you today guys. I hope kuna mtu ambaye nimesaidia mahali, na kwa yule mwenye ambaye pia kuna another idea, feel free to share it in the comment section. Kuna mtu anaweza fanya, kuna mtu anaweza kasaidika. I'm happy and nashukuru sana kwa muda wenu. Kwa wale ambao maybe hamjani subscribe, please subscribe to my channel. Ndio sababu ndio next nikiupload video nyingine mtapata notification. See you next time, and thank you for your time guys.